Thanks again for joining us here on the Bearcats Sports Network. Segment 1 of our McKendree baseball season preview for 2017 focused on the pitchers and the catchers. Now we're joined again by head coach Danny Jackson. We're going to talk infielders and outfielders, position players for the 2017 Bearcat squad. And Coach, in talking with you beforehand throughout the fall, things that we've looked at, versatility is going to be the key. And you feel very confident about the depth you've built, not only with the returning players, but the guys that have been brought into the new program. And talk about what that's going to mean for this team this year.
Yeah, I think depth's huge. You know, it pushes guys as far as competition. Hey, I know that I've got to bring it every day. And I'm not talking about producing results. I'm just talking about their intensity, their approach, their effort. If those things don't come with them to the ballpark, they won't play. So guys know that, and I think it's pushing them all to be better. So we've got a lot of depth at every position, and that really makes a big difference. Guys are starting to play really well right now, so it's hard to write a lineup right now, which is a good thing. You know, so I think the guys sense that competition, and it's push them all to work a little harder and be a little better.
Well, it's good you got that fall to evaluate the talent, and I'm sure that only added to the good feelings you have going in.
Yeah, really excited about this group offensively. I think we've got a lot of guys who could really break out this year, and especially, we've got a lot of guys with experience, and like I said, you can't teach experience, so it's a great thing to have on the offensive side.
Let's go take a trip around the diamond. We'll start with the infielders at first base. It looks like you're going to have a platoon this year with the senior Matt Walsh, then Andrew Ite coming in, a newcomer for the Bearcats, and a nice 1-2 mix at first base for the McKendree.
Yeah, those guys are offensive guys, both of them. Matt takes a phenomenal approach every single day. I know what I'm going to get out of him. He's going to come to the park, and he's going to take a quality at bat. And Andrew is a big-time power left-handed bat. Both those guys are going to be in the lineup every day. It's just, it's really going to come down to who's shored up the best defensively. They're both working hard. Andrew could play a little third base, but, Matt is strictly first base. So it's really going to just boil down to who gives us the best chance defensively out there. But those are two guys that we're going to need in the lineup every day. They're middle-of-the-order type bats.
Matt's a guy that started 27 games last year, so he does have the experience playing against league foes as well.
Yeah, Matt's you can't ask for a better kid. Matt's a phenomenal kid. He works his tail off, and he has really worked hard on his approach, and I think his approach has improved tenfold from the fall to the spring.
Over at second base, you've got a guy that actually started at shortstop last year. Luke Johnson, as a freshman, hit over 300 for the Bearcats last season, 12 RBIs, 51 hits. He's going to make the transition to the right side of the diamond. Looks like he's going to start at second base. You've got guys like Jeff Wetzler and Coleman LaRoche coming in, a nice mix over at second base.
Yeah, the thing I'd say about all three of those guys is they're gamers. Luke's a ball player. He gets out there and he just plays a game, and he's got a little swag. He's got a little swagger to him too, which we love. He's going to be our leadoff hitter. He's going to hit at the top of the lineup. He's done a great job defensively, getting better and getting used to the position over at second. I know he played short last year, but he's a phenomenal second baseman. He's made some outstanding plays so far this spring already, and he can just hit. Kid's a ball player. So, we're excited about what he's going to do the next 3 years. Jeff Wetzler, he gives us so much depth at every position. He can play second, he can play short, he can play third, and he's gonna play a lot for us this spring. Just trying to find a way to get him into the lineup right now is a tough part. Once he continues to get a little bit better offensively, he'll find himself in the lineup quite a bit. And Coleman's gotten stronger over the offseason, and he's just, you look at him and you say, man, he's just a little guy, but he's just a ball player. Kid comes out and he swings it, he runs. Every time he gets on base, he steals, which we love about him. He's aggressive, so he's earning himself some playing time too.
Over at short, you've got a transfer coming in, Cody Hall, a guy that's had some experience both at the junior college and already at the collegiate level, handing him the role at shortstop. You said Wetzler will probably back him up as well.
Yeah, Cody Hall is a transfer from Murray State, so he's got Division I experience and junior college experience, and he can flat out pick it. He's very, very smooth defensively. He can make amazing plays, and he makes routine plays look easy. The one thing we talked to him about was not trying to do too much over there. If he just goes out and plays his game, he's going to be great. And Wetzler too. Wetzler's a phenomenal shortstop. So those guys are going to be our guys at short, and we'll roll with them all year. I think that Cody provides us a little more offense right now. So right now he'd be our starting guy, and I think he'll roll with the position. I really do. But Wetzler gives us a good option in late innings and dispel Cody.
You've got a guy starting over at third base that I thought was the surprise of the baseball team last season in Isaac Fisher. 2 years ago, he was the Bearcats starting quarterback, set all kinds of records in the passing and running department. Last year, hit 300 for the majority of the year, finished at 292, anchored that third base position. He'll be backed up by Andrew Ite.
Yeah, Fish is awesome. That's all I can say about it. You know, he brings an energy and enthusiasm. I call it like a little league mentality every day. You know, he's just a fun guy to be around, and you need those type of guys. You know, he makes everybody around him loose. You know, that's just his personality. And he's made some highlight reel type plays at third. I know he struggled a little bit defensively last year, but man, he's looked good over there. And he can hit. He's just an athlete. You know, he doesn't overthink the game. He just goes out and plays, and we love that about him. And he'll be there all year. You know, he'll play third, and, you know, Ite's a good guy that can also play third if we need him to, but, you know, Fish is our guy at third.
Let's move to the outfield now, and you've got 2 starters coming back, actually 3 starters. They're going to see a lot of time out there. In the corner positions, they actually flipped this year. Ryan Cates started most of the year in right field. Brad Grollo started in left field. They're going to flip those positions this year. And talk about those 2 senior leaders for the Bearcats.
Those guys were by far and away our best 2 offensive players over the fall. I mean, they were both in the 70% quality at bat range. I mean, which is just outstanding. They bring it every day. Great guys. You know, they lead by example. You know, you can't ask for 2 better players. You know, Brad, I think, has really turned the corner offensively, and Ryan's really added some pop to his bat. I mean, he's swinging the bat really well right now. So those 2 guys, along with a bunch of other guys, we've got some real depth in the outfield. So that's good to see. Guys are going to push each other. But I think Cates is running a little bit better and tracking ball a little bit better. So we're going to put him in left because there's a little more room to run. Not to say that Brad can't play there. But I think Cates gives us the best option in left field, and I think Brad gives us the best in right.
Looking in center field, you have a returning starter there in Colton Calhoun, but you've got a guy that's come in and Hayden Bodine that has really impressed not only you but the rest of the coaching staff.
Yeah,
as well.
Hayden's really impressed us offensively, you know, and he can go get the ball. You know, with him or Colton or whoever's playing, like we said, number 1 priority in center field is you got to catch the baseball. That's our biggest priority. You know, up the middle, you've got to be strong defensively. We feel we are. Catcher, short, and second. Whoever's going to be out in center, go catch the baseball. Be the leader out there. And I think they're both working on getting there defensively. Right now, Hayden provides us a little more offense. He's a left-handed bat, and he's fast. He can run. And I think Colton might be just a hair better defensively right now. But if we had to start the season today, we'd put Hayden out there to start. But they're both going to play quite a bit.
Coach, it looks like with the roster that you've built on the offensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of flexibility, a lot of versatility. You can go out there with 4 or 5 different lineups, match up if you need to, and that's a good thing, especially in a very competitive Great Lakes Valley Conference.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talked about it earlier. Matty Dallavega is extremely, you know, he can play anywhere. He really can. So, you know, if he's got a day off from catching, we need his bat lineup, he can go play the outfield. Blake Gray's really impressed me so far this spring. He's put on a lot of strength. You know, he's a freshman, and he's just a ball player. He's got our best arm in the outfield by far. He's got an absolute cannon from right, center, left, put him wherever. He could throw the ball from the warning track to home plate. So he's also a guy that could be a late inning defensive replacement. But right now he's earning playing time with his bat. He's swinging it really well. So you got a guy like that also, and you know, and Austin Schwarm's been swinging the bat well too. He was one of our top RBI guys this fall. So he's earning himself an opportunity to play, and so is Blake Gray. It just gives us more depth, and guys are really going to compete. You know, it could be 6 different lineups, you know, the first 6 games. I hope it's not. You know, and like I told the guys, what we're really looking for is 3 things for them to control 3 things. That's effort, every day, 100%. Attitude and approach. If they bring those things every single day, they're going to play. You know, the results will come. But guys that are day-to-day, those are the guys that aren't going to see their names in the lineup as often. So that's kind of what we're working on right now is bringing the same approach every single day. Once we get there, I'm really confident in this group.
And I know in talking to you when you were first hired, shoring up the defensive effort for the Bearcats was a big priority. Team that fielded just .950 last year, and I know you've worked to eliminate those mistakes, and it sounds like talking to you, solid up the middle, solid at the corners. It should be a much more improved defensive team.
Coach Green and Coach Deneen have done a phenomenal job with the infield. I mean, they look like a different infield group. They really do. I mean, they look phenomenal. They're turning double plays, they're fielding tough plays, they're making outstanding plays, and they're making the routine plays. You know, that's the most important thing. Make the routine plays. They've really slowed the game down. And I think when we first got here, what we saw is they're really, really speeding the game up. So everything looks faster than it is. And those two coaches have done a phenomenal job with them. Very, very confident in our defense. Outfield-wise, I know we can go get the ball. We just got to continue to hit our cutoff men and not give up extra bases. That is our main priority as outfielders. Throw through the cutoff men, not giving up that extra base, keeping the double play intact. We do that, we're going to be just fine.
Coach, obviously this is your first year, a new slate, a clean slate for McKendree baseball. What are your ultimate goals for this team for 2017?
We want to win a championship. That's their goal. I asked them what they wanted to do as a senior group, 20 seniors, and they said, we want to win a championship. And I said, well, here's what we got to do. You've got to do the little things the right way. You've got to bring the same effort, attitude, and approach every single day. And if you do those things, at the end of the day, you put yourself in a position to win every game. You're not going to win every game. But if we put ourselves in a position to win, we've got a good chance to achieve our goal at the end of the year, and that's compete for a championship. You make the conference tournament, anything can happen. I've seen it before. So that's our goal, is to get in there and then to compete for a championship.
Coach, it's hard to believe baseball season is here. Thanks for joining us for our preview. Good luck this season.
Thanks for having me. Go Bearcats!
Don't forget, you can follow McKendree Baseball on all of McKendree's 33 intercollegiate programs online at www.mckbearcats.com.